right. Crap. Doo-doo.
How's it going?
Hey.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, dear Becky.
I was thinking free Oracle cards.
Yeah, I like that idea. Let's start this new week. This is like our Monday. So yeah, let's do that. That's a good idea. Free Oracle and yeah, exactly. Yeah, and if you do that thing on the side, or I can do it, one of us do it, and I'll keep posting it, copying and pasting. And let me think, anything else? I'll put the cards on the side.
Do you have Oracle cards?
I do, actually, I think. Let me make sure here. Good question. Yes, I do. I have several packs, actually. So that should work well.
Wait, what? Let me make sure I have the sound all the way up.
If you don't right away, what I could do is I could do the free ones and you could do the carrot until you get them or something. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't mind doing oracles. It's kind of interesting to me to try to do something different.
Yeah, I got some fun Oracle cards too. But you could go first if you want.
What?
You could go first if you want.
Okay, sure. So free. So to advertise that as free oracles and tarot, and then we can do like free oracle and then do $5. They want a tarot reading as well. I like that idea. I thought that was really good. Good idea. Good idea to get ahead of the game with that way.
Okay.
Okay, let me go on this thing.
I can't really hear you. Are you on that wonky phone?
Oh, yeah. Call me back on with the other one. Hey.
Hey.
Can you hear me better when I do speaker?
I can hear you better right now.
Okay, I got it on speaker. I'll do speaker. You're not that loud. I have the volume pretty soft. I'll do speaker for a bit. I feel like that. Yeah.
All right. I think Nivea wants an Oracle card.
Okay, let me go on the things. Thank you for helping me talk through the stuff this last week with, you know, did you get the thing I showed you of the jewelry? That was pretty nice, right? That's where I get my $5 jewelry. It's like paparazzi. You can go on the site and get it too. Just cheapo. Not cheapo. It's some nice stuff. It's not like, going to a jewelry store, but it's better than like what you find at the dollar store or something. So it's like kind of, yeah, it's nice for a cheap value. It's a value. I guess that's my way of saying. Like, that's why I do the Wish thing too. Those nails did not work. They came off. I was like, gosh, these things are supposed to work. They advertise them. That's what I was worried about. I was like, this sounds too good to be true. And sure enough, it's like when you know something's too good to be true, probably is.
Oh, I know. Well,
you know what I mean?
There's people in the chat waiting for an oracle card reading.
Okay, sorry.
You're good.
Okay, so who's first? Who's on first? What's on second?
Nivea, pull one for her.
Okay. Can you hear me still when I do like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Oracle. Nivea. So, basically, we are doing free Oracle. Free Oracle. And $5 tarot. So this is our new thing that we're doing. We did free tarots for the last week or so, and now we are doing free oracle. And if you want a tarot reading, it will be $5, right?
Yeah.
So that is our new system, and we're going to try it and see how this works out. So it's basically 2 for $5. That can be ours. So I'm Nivea. Since you've been here a couple times, I like this. Where is that collection? Okay, where is that? Soul Wisdom. Since you've been here a couple times, I'm definitely going to do a Soul Wisdom reading for you and I'm going to do a 3 card. So 3 cards for Nivea. 3 cards. So we have the past. It's going to be abundance. And that's accumulating the wealth of wisdom acquired through God realization. He who is wisest seeks the presence of the Spirit within them. You will discover and express your true nature as a divine being. So basically, I say the thing of that is remembering that we are not all our body, and we are our spirit as well. And we are not just our appearance, but we are who we are on the inside. And we have a lot of abundance, and we have a lot to offer, not just our appearance, not just our how much money is in our bank account, what kind of car we drive, trying to get, I am now jobless, so couldn't pay, sorry. So my thing on that is, it's okay. You have a lot to offer us beyond just your, money. We're jobless too. So you're coming to the right place to get a free reading and trying to, focus on the future, because the future can look up. It's down right now for a lot of people, actually. A lot of people are out of jobs and stuff. So hopefully you'll pick back up here. So past is abundance, present, and that's kind of what's led you to this point. So the fact that you're getting that in the past reading is pretty good. And then dreams is about cherish your visions and your dreams as they are children of your soul. Get in touch with your deepest dream. Take an inward journey. Observe the passion. Give yourself permission to call forth all your dreams as you smile. Dare to dream without any limitations. Dance and rejoice in what brings you joy. You deserve it. Believe with a conviction that everything is your own creation. So kind of, since that's in the present, definitely focus on that. What are your dreams? What were your dreams as a child? You create your reality through your dreams. So basically what our heart wants, we imagine and we take into being. So definitely focus on that card right now, since that is in your present. And you're talking about an exam for a job in May. So my thing is, if this is your dream, tap into that. If it's not, figure out what those dreams are, and go for them. But you're saying a job, that would be kind of what I'm saying. You're looking forward to that. So that is what's in the present. That's on the front of your head right now, is finding a job. It might not, and you have to think about it in the sense that not everything might be forever, but right now that might be, what you need, So I would say set your sight on the dreams, because jobs, at the end of the day, they fill our bank account, right? So we need them in order to get the things we need, pay for rent, for, everything, car payments, either a lot of payments in life, and so we need jobs and we need stability. And then the future, no, past, past is abundance. Yes, right. So past abundance, present dreams, future acceptance. So the idea is that from your dreams, you will get acceptance, and you will be at more peace. So the very fact that the order of the cards, I really see as kind of clear, because you have to go within and you have to imagine dreams in order to get to peace. You have to go for your dreams. You can, in one way, you have to be at peace with yourself before you realize dreams, because you can't be like looking out there all the time. But when you're without a job and trying to get your life started, you really have to dream big, and you really have to reach out and try to create. So I feel like this card really fits your circumstances right now, and I wish you the best. If you'd like a tarot reading as well, we are doing 2 for $5 today. So a free oracle and a $5 tarot, so 2 for $5. Thanks. Becky's turn.
All right. Lena, are you still there? I'm just gonna pull an oracle for Lena.
There's Nina and Nivea, or Lena.
Lena. Okay. This is for Lena, if she's still here. Let's see if that shows.
So we're doing free oracles, and $5 tarot.
Wake up and get started is hers. Okay, Lena. General advice for you. Now is a great time to start new projects. Your mind will soon be filled with countless new ideas and possibilities. Wake up and embrace this time of action and progress, and the sky is the limit. Okay. I'm going to show that better. Try to. All right. If you want to ask specific questions, we're doing $5 for tarot today. And you can pay on PayPal, and just let me know if you paid, because sometimes it doesn't alert me. But the free oracle is just like a general advice. Hi. Okay. I don't want to butcher this. It's either Disha or Disha.
Oh, hey. Yes. So today we are doing 2 for $5. We're doing a free oracle reading and a $5 tarot at this PayPal, paypal.me/rubjar. Miss Disha. I like your name.
Disha.
Very pretty.
Okay.
So we are doing free oracle and $5 tarot. This is our new system. We've been doing free tarot for a while, and we like to keep that going as much as possible for everyone who's in their problems with Corona right now and everything that's going on in the world. But, you know, we're also trying to support ourselves. So we are doing $5 cheap as can be tarot readings. So
And just let us
that's our new system.
Just let us know when you did the PayPal, because sometimes it doesn't
So
always
we got that
alert
PayPal
us.
right there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Can't really beat $5 out there for tarot, I have to say. And we're offering good readings. We have good decks, good oracle decks, good tarot decks. Shuffling well. I do, yeah. Someday I'll reveal my secret on a later episode. Come back for more information. I like the spirit pack, Becky.
Which one's that?
Soul Wisdom, it's called. I've tried about 4 oracle decks, and this is my favorite.
Oh, cool. I'm using it's called Cat Wisdom.
What is it called?
Cat Wisdom. It's just like a basic little.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's 44. So it's not that many, but I feel like they're quality.
Yeah, this is 45.
I'd rather 44 quality cards rather than 70 that I don't like. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Or that are decent but not. Like, I feel like when I was doing that reading right there, like like I could feel it in my bones. I was like, this is some deep stuff, like kind of thing. And not,
Right.
I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. I feel like sometimes I don't really like the oracle ones as much, but like this one, I was like, oh, I really like this kind of thing.
Now they're paying for tarot. Do you
And it breaks it up. Yeah, because we've been doing a lot of tarot recently. So now I feel like I could use a break from tarot. So.
Well, Taylor.
Yeah.
The person's paying for tarot. Do you want me to do it or do you want to do it?
Oh, the Disha's? You can do Disha.
Okay.
You do Disha. And then I will do the next one. There's 5 watching. So everyone here right now, if you want a tarot reading, it's $5. Really cheap. We're doing nice, spreads, basic spreads for you. Like, we're not doing, the 2-card thing. We're doing actual tarot, and if you would like an oracle reading, we are doing completely free oracle spreads as well. So
Okay.
2 for $5. Hope you do one or the other or both. We love doing readings for everyone. So
okay, Disha, what's your question? Yeah. Drop your question, Disha.
Drop that question. Drop it. Drop it like pop. I miss you, Becky. When I don't talk to you for a couple days now, I'm like, where did my Becky go? I was like blowing up your phone yesterday, right? like, where's Becky? Where's Becky?
I was in my dark place yesterday.
I'm sorry. Well,
That's
thank you for
okay.
coming back out of it, because I was waiting. I'm like, where did Becky go?
Okay. Okay. I just want to elaborate on this card real quick. The Seven of Cups. For feelings, it means somebody can have like rose colored glasses. Maybe they're not exactly seeing this situation or seeing you. Maybe they're projecting their fantasy of romance onto you, if that makes any sense. Like seeing you with rose colored glasses, seeing not seeing the situation clearly. Okay. The Emperor says that the person feels for you, that it could be one or two ways, or it could be both. They could have protective feelings over you, or they could have abusive qualities like controlling and really old fashioned and domineering. And coupled with the Four of Pentacles,
Yeah.
that shows me that this person is clingy, or they see you as clingy. Somebody in this situation is clingy and needy. So they may feel that about you. You may feel that about them. Okay. Yeah, and the advice for this situation is, see if you can see that. Yeah. The Four of Swords and is the Nine of Wands. That pretty much tells me that you need to back off this situation and give the situation a rest. And, give yourself a rest from this situation. And yeah, I don't see it really getting better anytime soon. It's best to just back off for now and to heal from whatever has happened or is happening. I hope that resonates. I'm not chatting with him. Okay. Yeah, it his feelings are like in the pure logical, and I want to know about the clinging. Like who's clinging onto this situation? Like is he does he feel like you have clinged on to the situation, or is he clinging on to reasons to be mad at you? Because the Emperor and the King of Swords usually come up for me for how somebody's feeling. There is a guy who's pissed. So he's like, does he see me? That's what the cards are saying. For the Four of Pentacles, that can come up to mean that somebody may see you as needy or clinging. Or that you're clinging on to the situation. It could just be advice to not cling on to this fellow anymore. Trust me, I've seen this card many times when I've clung on to situations and I needed to let go of a person. You still with me, Taylor? Taylor?
Yeah. We share a deep emotional bond. Is there another one?
Let's see. Are his feelings gone? I'm going to get clarity for you. No, they're still there, but it seems like he's angry. Because you got the Two of Cups. Justice.
Sometimes people have to fall out for a bit in order to fall back together. Not that you're completely out.
True.
But what I mean by that is absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Basically, yeah.
Some seasons are growing seasons. They're not forever.
Well, not only that, but the Two
they're
Cups.
They're just seasons,
The Two
and
Cups.
that doesn't mean you're not going to come back with him. You have to take each season at a time. I don't know if that's helpful.
Well, yeah.
A deep emotional bond doesn't change just because the season's different.
Well, not only that, just because it's showing up that he's angry for you, or he's angry right now and feeling disillusioned, it doesn't mean that it's totally, like, his love for you totally evaporated, because the Two of Cups came up. So there is mutual attraction there. But it just seems like perhaps you two are having conflict right now. For healing, yeah. Yeah, and just sometimes you need to play the no contact rule. Don't contact him for 30 days and focus on nothing but yourself. And then in 30 days, you can contact him and see what happens.
And sometimes people need to take a step back if you get a little bit over. Yeah, both of are healing. Codependency. Sometimes, when you're in a really close thing with someone, you need to take a step back. Even for a bit. Like, it doesn't have to be forever that you take a step back. It's kind of like, I think of like relationships that are a bit on again, off again. But those can kind of be healthy at times, because I think we need space. And I think a lot of times, sometimes the problem with committed relationships is everyone's so wrapped up in the relationship that they're unable to carry on their own life and what makes them happy, and they get lost in those relationships.
Taylor.
So the fact that you're taking a step back could be healthy for the long term. If you're playing the long game with someone, surely you want to be around them, but you also want them in your life regardless. Becky and I didn't see each other for a while, and yet here we are. So I think that's a good example of, people will fall back together if there's something there, and I would say not to worry too much about that. I would say kind of, yeah. And be honest when you do talk to him. Tell him how you feel. Speak from the heart. The more you can be, indicate, your true emotions. Like, oh, I think it's good we're taking time, but I like you, like, how's it going, or something in a casual way. Don't like be clingy, but, I think that can be good, I like this convo, Becky.
Yeah, and to answer your question, the Emperor showing up, I usually read that when I'm reading a guy's energy. Okay, men and women are different when they're hurt. Women feel more sorrow and, but men, when they're hurt, they feel angry. And so when I see cards like the Emperor or the King of Swords come up for a guy's feelings, I usually interpret that as angry. But another meaning is he is trying to be in his masculine and not feel emotions, but be logical about the situation, if that makes any sense. Well, that's a good card, like that's where the Four of Pentacles showing up. You're constantly initiating the chat. A good thing for you to do is to back off and give him space and then let him start initiating conversations. As hard as it could be, don't be the first one to reach out. Don't be the first one to contact, because that could come off as being needy and, not letting go. Let go a little bit. Let him contact you first. I hope that helps.
Okay, and you had mentioned before that yes, I would say we can also, it seems like your heart is really invested in this. We can do another reading for you, if not today, we can do more in-depth reading. But what I'm trying to say by that is you could come back for another reading tomorrow, or the next day. We do these several times a week. If you subscribe, like and subscribe, everyone. If you subscribe, you can come back and you can hold with us. For more readings, because we're going to try to keep this thing going with the free oracle and the $5 tarot. And you could do 2 or 3 readings a week with us, and going forward, this is what's coming up right now. I could say this is the beginning of you looking at this and being like, well, I had a really good time with him. I wish
I'll be right back.
Maybe it was still going.
Taylor.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yes?
I'll be right back.
Okay. Sounds good, Molly. I love you. Let me hug you.
What's up?
Mom, let me hug you. You're in an emotional state like that. I couldn't touch him with 30 family. What are you doing? Just hanging out? Yeah, I'm just hanging out. We're doing tarot. Tarot and oracle. Now we're getting oracle going. Because oracle, like tarot, it's just a little bit different. They have like word cards, so they're like abundance and peace And okay, in-depth reading. Sure. If you're feeling inspired today, you can just put, so for an in-depth reading, Becky, are you there? Would you, I could do, or Becky can, or both of us can. Because we were really liking this one. So an in-depth reading, I'd say we can do one for 10. We can do a whole relationship spread for 10. So that would be a 7-card relationship spread. And Becky can help me with that. And you would do, basically, we do the spread, and 3 of them have to do with your partner, 3 of them have to do with you, and then there's 1 card that has to do the relationship. And actually, yeah, this would be a good time for it, actually, because it is kind of quiet right now. So I would definitely say if you're feeling inspired today, then yeah, sometimes you have to trust your heart. Like, okay, yeah, sometimes you have to trust your heart. And today might be the day for you. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, I get that. I'm like that too. Sometimes I'm like, this is the time. You got to do it when you got to do it. You can't, sometimes you got to be like, okay, this is the time. I get that. Trust me. If there's anyone that gets that, I do. It's like you got to trust your gut sometimes.
Hey, baby. Okay, you still there?
Yeah, she's feeling it, so she wants to do an in-depth reading right now. So she's getting her donation going, and I said, since I can do the auto generate, I'm going to do the 7-card spread for her.
Okay.
And you can help me too by putting up the cards, and you got what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you'll be part of it, okay? Because you can help me with the cards. I'll write them on the side, and then you can put them up. Because I really think that works really well when you're showing them. Right. How to put it. You get what I'm saying? We can do it together.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to say to her. And she seemed like that. So that was good. I think she's getting it right now. Yep. So yeah, I think it's kind of nice actually I'm less concerned about the slower day thing now because I think we like just hanging out and chit-chatting.
Right.
I just think we had to come up with a system that worked, and you have really pretty paper there, and I don't know. I don't think we have to be visually there as much. I think it's more important, although we do a good job when we're in the same room together, but I think it's more, how to put it, we just have to keep it at a normal amount of people. Sometimes it actually is too much when we're doing the free tarot thing. You get what I'm saying? I think it's just overwhelming, and I can't spend enough time telling people, and then I'm quickly on to the next one. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's
we got our money.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I think this is the way to do it, Becky. I think you figured it out. Okay, so I will do
type the cards in the room so I know
what to put up. Type them so you know. So we're doing a 7-card spread. Now here, the way I do it, and Becky, you might, I basically, because I think what's most important is the partner and the cards that are you and cards that are your partner and cards that are a relationship. I see less distinction between mind and heart. You can kind of make a distinction there, but the way I see it, the real difference is what is going on with you internally, what is going on in the guy you're interested in internally, and then the last card is the relationship itself. So I find that is really the way to do it, a 7-card spread. When you're asking in depth, you need to understand what's going on with the partner and what's going on with you. It doesn't really help if you only know what's going on with you, because you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go. I got all of them out here. So this is you. And last time I couldn't even do the spread right because there were so many people in line, remember?
Yeah.
Page, and I messed up. Page of Pentacles.
All right.
The Star. This is for her.
Okay.
The Star. And the Sun. That's very interesting. The Star and the Sun. So this is for you, Disha. And I would start with the Sun. The Sun is very optimistic. It's probably the most positive card, like the Sun. It's shows your energy, and it's basically saying that your actions should, in this situation, now that we did a basic reading, it helps me actually understand the in-depth reading more because it's fresh on my head. So I think it was a good idea to do this. And I get a real sense of your energy, and you're trying to commit to what you really feel. And you talked about an emotional connection, and you're trying to tap into that. And I would say, yeah, whatever is your most authentic self, try to be that self. If you are trying to connect back to him, don't lose that side of you, don't get too caught up with him. And also don't lose sight of what makes you who you are. Because you've got an amazing spirit, and it's there, and the Star is kind of the renewal card. So you're healing. You really talked about healing, and that really comes up in the Star. It's like screaming. The Star is like a sun in rebirth, because stars reflect light. So they are healing. They're like the sun, but they're not the center of our universe. They're not our huge energy, but they're renewing. And you are healing. What would you say about that in relation to the sun, Becky? There's an optimism there. I definitely get a sense from here that with those two cards that's a very powerful combination for
basically.
you. And that says that you are going through a lot, and you are trying to make the efforts to get to the place where you need to be. And I see that you are healing, and that's what that Star in that center position right like that is saying to me, that you are healing, and that is the powerful, because if you see the card there, they're kind of like washing in the water. It's like you're entering the water and you're coming out the other side. Yeah. And a lot of us have been through, I would say, around but we've had betrayal. We've had heartache. We've had people not live up to our expectations and stuff. And that sadness and hurt drags us down. You've got that sun within you, but you're being dragged down by, sadness, right? But you're like a star, reborn. You're coming out of it. You're coming out of whatever you've been through. And that's the beauty of this, is that I don't have to know every single thing that has happened to you in your life, but I can say that, you're coming out of it, you're healing. And that's that star. And there's a lot of promise there. What are you saying, Becky? What would you say about that? It's kind of powerful, this reading.
Yeah. It's also advice to focus on your healing. You need to really be honest with yourself about the things that you need to heal emotionally that are causing conflict in this situation. Take a look at your side of the street kind of thing in order to get the sun and the happiness.
Uh-huh.
But yeah.
Yeah. And the Page of Pentacles with that, it's a loyal friend who will give you soul advice. That's you, Becky. but this is your thought, so it represents you, and you're practical, cautious. You have to pay attention to your body in this time. And I was kind of saying gut there. Energy, earth, nature, in the physical world. Take a walk. Meditate. Sit outside in the sun. It's a good time for this because spring's coming, right? So take a walk on a sunny day or even on a rainy day. But just have, the earth speak to you. Sometimes the earth speaks to us. Sometimes we have those answers around us. Sometimes you might be sitting on on the subway and just, something comes along, the wind blows, and you might think of something in a different way. Join the club. No, I put on my little quarantine 2025, 13. What is the quarantine 15? Mine was like the quarantine 50, No, but you know what I mean? But that's kind of what I'm saying. It's not just about the walking. It's more, sometimes we need time alone and time to recharge and time to listen to our body. And what's our body telling us? What is our, what's in our bones? What do we know is true? Sometimes we know the answer. And you seem to be really seeking here. And that is powerful to me. Your deck right there is very powerful. It's like you are looking. Yeah, it's very positive. It's very, very powerful. Actually, to get those three cards like that. King of Pentacles is what's going on in the relationship at the beach. Yeah, exactly. Something that the answer. Your in mind went to the beach, right? So that is what that feeling of walking at the beach. It's a powerful feeling. You can't recreate it. The King of Pentacles, you can't get it, Yeah, you can get that somewhat somewhere, but that's what's powerful about the world, is it's out there. King of Pentacles is what's going on in the relationship right now. So it shows he's generous, but he considers what's in it for him. He can be conservative, calm and patient, but can get mad when his loved ones aren't doing what they should. So this represents the relationship. Before I go more into that, I'm going to look at his cards as well, because those will kind of help me shape the relationship card a little bit. And so for him, we have the Knight of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. And I'm going to start with that one, the Nine of Pentacles, because this shows could be telling him he gives off the impression of not needing someone else. So that's interesting, because that might mean that deep within him, he misses you too. Probably does, if this is a recent thing and he was emotionally invested. So I would say, just because he gives off the impression that he's strong, that's the guy thing, right? Oh, I'm so, I got this. But there's that soft spot. In every guy and every girl, we've got soft spots in us, that no matter the person, even, some of us more than others, some of us are more sensitive. But what I'm saying is, I think he cares too. And a lot of times guys have to feel like, oh, they're, strong. I'm taking care of myself, So remember that. I don't know. What do you think about that one, Becky? That one I'm not familiar with. I mean, not as familiar with it. It doesn't jump out at me, that card, but.
Well, the 3 cards jump out at me.
Yeah.
That.
Strong.
Again, he does have romantic feelings for her.
Yes.
But again, this anger is showing up.
Yeah.
Five of Swords shows up for me for a guy when he's angry. He's angry about something. And maybe he's not letting you know or whatever, but he feels and the Nine of Pentacles is a card of being single and focusing on finances. So that's what jumps out to me.
Yeah. I think he probably has a lot going on. We have to think about, when we're thinking about relationships, just as much what's going on in the relationship has to do with our life circumstances. And for instance, I just go back to that, where people are living, what people are doing in their own life. There are seasons for separation sometimes. Let's say a military couple, they're not together, but that doesn't mean they're not madly in love. Right. Our circumstances don't reflect our true feelings sometimes. I'm away from family sometimes. Does that mean I don't love my family any less? No, of course not. It doesn't matter. I could be in Bora Bora. I could be, but you still care about the people you care about. And so there could be financial things going on. He could be angry. He's still recovering from something. There could be some issues that we don't know about in his own life. And a way to tune into some of that would be to talk with him about it. How's it going? What's going on? How's your work? These sorts of questions often help us understand, because more what's going on in your own life. And he might not understand what's been going on in your life. He might not understand how you've been hurt, how you've been sad. Those things help him understand, and those things help you understand and communicate. That's why communication is so important. And when we can truly communicate and share what's at our core, He kind of explained that he's dealing with his family, a lot of pressure. Opening up. Yeah, I do see that in these cards, actually. I see a romantic side that he really hit on that, which is really important, that Knight of Cups. And then I also see a strong side. in the swords and the Nine of Pentacles, it's more in the world, having to carry on despite subtle way, dealing with family. Yeah, I see that. He's got to put on his shield and kind of deal with the world, because we all have to at the end of the day. I'd like to sit around and, I don't know. There's a lot there on his cards, I feel. And
Yeah.
the money thing is jumping out at it, that, financially, where a lot of us are strapped right now. And it kind of, how to put it, it clouds things, not in a bad way, but a lot of times we have to worry about family. We have to worry about, practical matters. And sometimes that stuff, like, it might not seem a lot at first, but then the more you're with someone, you have to worry about, what family is going on, pressure of therapy, if he's already in therapy, he's doing some soul searching. So I would say that's a good sign. Not every guy's in therapy, right? A lot of people don't want to help. And that's part of the problem, is a lot of people don't want to put in the work. They just want to sit back and, I'm perfect, So I'd say the fact that he's, looking into that, and that's a good sign. I'd much rather someone with let's just give an example, someone with a problem of some sort, either drugs or something like that, or, emotional problem. I'd much rather them be in recovery than complete, or, going to meetings or support groups or something about whatever their issue is. And I'm like, I use drugs as an example, but it could be any number of things. Someone could be, bipolar, someone could be something. But if they're seeking help for that and trying to work at it, then that is a really good sign if they're on medication. But if you're just like, okay, I don't have a problem, well, that's the problem right there. They're not trying to help themselves. So I would say maybe give him time too to come around and it's going to take a little bit for that and for it to really start working, especially if he has trouble opening up.
Yeah.
Secretive introvert. Hey, look it up, Becky.
Well, I see this.
I would say I'm introverted.
I see these cards.
What?
I see these cards as saying yes, he still has romantic feelings for you, but it also saying, he has some issues that he needs to deal with. And for the meantime, it's good to focus on ourselves and our own healing. That, because this card, the Nine of Pentacles, really talks about kind of like a solidary figure, somebody who is single and secure financially, secure emotionally, just so that could be advice for this card. This card could also talk about having feelings of friendship. So you are a friend to him, as well as somebody he cares for.
Yep.
And anyways.
Wow. When I'm hearing that, I'm seeing why. Yeah, you're right. When you both need healing, and things that happen to us early in life never leave us. There are formative years. Our relationships with our parents, our relationships with our family, our friends, our neighbors, that changes us. It's hard to trust when we've been violated, when we've been betrayed by those we trust. And it makes us secretive. It makes us put up those walls. It makes us hard to believe in the goodness of others. So the more you're healing and the more he's healing, you could be. And the thing I would like to think is that we all come to some of these lessons at different times, but they're the time that's right for us. So you said you also learned about things. You might have learned about them, but you might be able, for whatever reason, it might take him a little bit more. And what I mean by that is the more the more you've been through, how to put it, doesn't mean, you know, everything affects people different ways. So he might need more time. And that's what I'm trying to say is, if you're coming to this place that you want to be back with him or something, give him that time. Don't rush that person, because you don't know what they've been through. I don't know what he's been through. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know how they compare, you know, and there's really no comparing, because you have to come to something at your time and he has to come to something at his time, and you're both healing and you're both counseling and stuff and working on yourself. And but then there'll be that time and it'll click. And yeah, and then you're unable to connect the dots. And isn't that funny how sometimes we're drawn to people that understand us? Isn't that like, it's magic? Because sometimes we're drawn to the people we need. Not necessarily the people we want. Like, there might be someone, you know, that knight in shiny armor with the pretty face and the, you know, but then you figure out he's a jerk or something, right? But at the end of the day, we fall for the people we need because they're hitting what we need.
Yeah, everybody has a lesson for us.
Yep. It's like opposites attract, same stay together. And I've thought about that many times. Like, why is it that way? But it's true. Because at the end of the day, if you're living with someone, you have to be able to live with them. You know, oh, I offer this and you're offering that. Great. But then at the end of the day, you have to like have some shared interest. You can't, you know, I like the beach, I like the mountains, I like the hot weather, I like the cold weather. No, that's not going to work in the long term because there's so much disagreement. And it seems to me that you've had similar experiences. That is powerful. That is powerful because you can understand each other. He can understand you. You can understand him. And not everyone can. You know, not everyone's been through every life experience. And that's what's powerful. Been through because it's been through yes. Slowly, yes. You have to get to know him. That's something I can't, if there's anything from this reading that I cannot emphasize enough, it is that you have to, and I would like to say, you are welcome to do a free oracle reading with us every day, because you feel that, Becky? I feel like there's a lot here, and I feel like I don't want you to lose, if you feel that drawn, that connection to him, you don't want to lose that, because that's why you're here. Because you feel that there's something real here, you know, and at the same time, you have to get to know him exactly. And when it's me doing this, I'm doing that, back and forth, that chaoticness, that's not good, right? You have to be at that place of acceptance, of peace, where you've gotten to know each other, where you're working through things, and communicate. Work on communication. Work on being able to, I've been watching, I'm not trying to say you directly, because I've been watching you here, and you're very clear, I feel like you're able to open up a lot more than a lot of people. And that's actually a very good quality because it allows us to actually do a good reading. If someone just sits here and says, oh, thank you, bye, it's a lot harder to do a detailed reading. It's a lot harder to do an in-depth reading with no information because it's like, why, what am I going on, right? But because you've shared, we're able to sit here and go, okay, now we get this reading makes sense. And that's how life is. The more we understand the other person's perspective, that's why the relationship spread is set up so beautifully. It's not just about you. It's not just about your partner. It's about both of you. And you get that. And you don't know how that affected him. We don't know how every experience affects everyone in our life. But he knows how that affected him deep down. And that's what he's trying to tap into in therapy, is getting that inner hurt and that inner betrayal. And he's trying to learn to trust. And that's going to take time. That's not going to be a overnight thing. That's going to be a rest of his life type of thing. And yet at the same time, he's getting that. He's going there. And because he's going there, I really see there being a lot of potential here. If he wasn't going to therapy and wasn't trying to get over his stuff and just, going straight to the bottle and, that's it. There's a lot less hope. I had a really close friend of mine, had serious problems addressing his issues. So and there weren't completely his issues, but I'm trying to say is he wasn't able to deal with his hurt, and his only way out was alcohol, and so I really see this as a good sign that he's going to therapy. And so I think I would expect really good things here. And I wouldn't be willing how to bet. Some people would say bet on things. I don't like looking at life in that way because it's very complex and you can't account for all of the, this affecting this and stuff. But I would say that you guys have a lot of potential if you're both doing the soul work and you're both putting in the effort. Yes, Maya, baby. I hope that's helpful. We can add more. We just had Maya arrive. And so I want to get her started, at least if she wants to do a free oracle or a basic reading. Do you think so, Becky?
Do you want an oracle or?
Yeah. Oracle or tarot, reading? Maya? And yeah, that goes for everyone here. Just because we're doing a reading, you can drop your question on the side. You don't have to wait quietly.
Yeah, let us know you're there.
I kind of like it sometimes when people are just hanging out. But, it's kind of it creates the community. But at the same time, if you think of a question, you can go ahead and drop it. No worries. Tarot. Okay, so you want to do this one, Becky, since I just talked forever?
Yeah.
Your turn.
Hold on, I'm typing.
And I hope that helped, Tisha. And I really do. And I, without going into too much off tangent, I would say keep coming back and subscribe. And you don't have to come back every day, but check back in when you feel inspired, and you're welcome. I hardly appreciated talking with you because you don't know how much sometimes when people share, how much that helps the world and helps, readings. Because that's why we're doing this. Because we like it, right? So there you go. Thank you.
All right. You want an oracle. Okay. Your oracle is the gift of giving. If you want to see it. Cute little kitty. All right. The gift of giving is a gift that gives back. Indulge in the pleasure of giving freely to those you love, and even practice little acts of kindness to strangers. Bask in the joy of giving and notice the good that comes back to you. Remember to also give to yourself to restore and to boost your own energy. I hope that resonates.
I like you doing that, Becky.
Yep, it looks like it froze. I'm going to go ahead and get off because I just got alerted that I am going to have a meeting in a little bit.
You're having what?
A meeting.
Oh, do you want me to do the reading?
I'm going to get off here. I need to get off here.
Okay, do you want me to? Oh, you're getting off completely.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Should I tell Maya